Hi, this is Bethany Gagne, founder of the Albany Peace Project, and today this is great. I'm here with Derek Healey, who I really feel is such a kindred spirit. He's been such a spiritual activist in the area, and he's, Derek, you and I have spoken just how much we work tirelessly because we're just very passionate about what we do.
Oh yeah, and it takes that passion to make a difference, especially with the Albany Peace Project. You need that passion. You're going in with that intention and that passion and that heart space to impact change in the area. So having that drive, I think, is essential in the work that we do.
And you have that drive as well, and now you're working with the Interfaith Center at State University of Albany.
Yeah. And
can you talk about working in the kind of field of interfaith, or just working with all of that?
Yeah. Well, it's all inclusive. There's no room for discrimination or bigotry. That's kind of left at the door. Mm-hmm. When you walk in, there's a sense that whatever background you come from, whatever religion, whatever faith or non-faith, because we deal with both secular and spiritual worlds. Mm-hmm. That's like our job, to bridge those two together.
Right.
To get everyone on that equal field of love and friendship.
Yeah.
There is this sense of peace and centeredness, and that we all have a part to play in the world.
Right. And so you were talking about how working in the interfaith realm kind of makes your own spirituality deepen.
Yeah. 100-fold.
Wow.
There are so many moments. I was raised Roman Catholic, and since then I've developed my own religion, what Thomas More talks about, a religion of your own.
Right.
But other students and other faculty who have come to me have said that the interfaith world, it's like the mystical sense of all the religions put together, and it allows yourself to blossom in whichever background you have. Regardless if you're seeking or not, if you were born Jewish, your Judaism really increases. If you were born Muslim or Buddhist, that it's not so much about converting or compromising. That's a big thing.
Interesting.
A lot of people feel like you have to compromise what you believe in order to participate in interfaith work. But it's not.
Wow, love this.
It really is not.
Love this. Because it's the Albany Peace Project, and this idea of different people of different faiths, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different races, all coming together to hold one thought, because we can agree on one thought, right?
Yeah.
That peace, right?
Yeah. I hope we are.
And it's so nice for people to hear that that doesn't mean that you're compromising your own values, your own orientation. Really important message to get out there.
Yeah. That, I think, of everything else that I could say about it, I think that's the most essential of all the messages. Bridging that gap regardless of ideology, and connecting with your own inner source.
Right. And so really, I would think working in interfaith, really this idea of having to check in with yourself and check...
It's constant.
Yeah,
it's really constant, because you learn these very multicultural and anthropological skills where, you realize my words are impacting others. My actions are impacting others. And how am I going to represent my faith? How am I going to represent my humanity in these situations? And it's not just, you go to these events and then it's like, okay, you can be a jerk. It carries and it follows with you, this sense of peace and understanding. None of us are perfect.
Right.
We all might slip and say something that we don't intentionally, mean. But there you go again, it's that intention.
Right.
That we can all be better human beings with much bigger hearts.
Love it. And you were talking about how mindfulness really helps us bring us back to our humanity, and that's what interfaith work is about, is remembering our humanity, right?
That's really where it's at.
In
order to really go forward and combat violence and combat hate, it's not with
laws
guns.
and
Yeah,
right.
it's not. I mean, laws and legislation
They
it's
play
like
a part.
baby step.
Right,
But
right.
it's the action.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And changing the hearts.
it's changing
not just the
your
law,
heart.
you know?
Right. And with that, your behaviors are changed. Your ideology is uplifted to a higher level, you know, instead of being completely enthralled in ignorance or hate speech or just ignorance.
Right, right.
You can really be an active member in your community by just being nice. It seems really simple.
I love it.
It seems really, really simple. But yeah.
It's so true.
It's so true.
You're right. You're absolutely right. So this idea of interfaith and you know, just to let everyone know, we're hoping to do actually a 1-week interfaith prayer study in July. And so look for news on that. Derek's going to be a big part of that. He just learned. But this idea of unless we can sit shoulder to shoulder with people of different faiths and hold a thought for peace, then how else are we going to do it? How else is it ever going to happen unless we contemplate it, right?
And it starts with us.
Right.
Every day.
Right, every day. So, Derek, can you tell people about a lot of service work here at SUNY Albany?
Oh yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah.
Semester just started a week ago, but we've been active. We've worked with several different local, nonprofits. The Interfaith Partnership for the Homeless. We just dropped off a major winter clothes drive. I think I just got the numbers back. There were over 130 sweaters. There were 25 pairs of boots. And we had to do all of this within 10 hours. It was a very, very, last minute thing. And that was also co-sponsored through the Art of Living Foundation.
Which also works out of here and offers meditation on Monday nights at 6
Monday
o'clock.
nights from 6 to 7. It's free to the public.
People, to the whole community,
not
just students.
Community, not just students.
Right.
And that's one of the other things that we do here at the Interfaith Center is that we not only bridge the secular and spiritual, but we bridge the different generations.
Right.
So at any of our events or gatherings or even Monday meditations, it's a wide range of beautiful human beings.
Right. I have a question. How about atheists? Do you include them?
Oh, actually, yes.
That'd be great.
On our Unity board for December, we have every December you're all invited. We have this amazing Unity dinner where all the faiths come together, all the different faith groups on campus come together, and one of our key board members is purposefully an atheist.
Nice.
Because one of the things is that we're also combating in like the interfaith world is this ignorance towards, anti-deists who don't believe in God. And it's there's a beautiful quote that I love, and it was said by actually a rabbi, and I forget his name, but the saying goes is that atheists, when they do good deeds, it's not because their God or their church, synagogue, temple have told them to.
Right.
They do it out of their own volition.
Right.
They do it because they want to. They're good people because no other, structure is telling them
it's
to
very
do so.
pure.
It's very pure.
Right.
And I find that a lot of my friends who identify as atheists are incredibly nice
kind people. I know, that's what I found too. I know. So absolutely. So this is really great work you're doing, Derek. I'm excited for the next year, and
me too.
Yeah.
Strap your boots up because it's going to be a good ride. It really is.
It will be. It will be. I'm glad you're going to be a part of it, and thank you so much for all your support for the Peace Project as you've been going around town. And thank you. Thank you.
And it's my pleasure. This is very close to not only my heart, but the heart of the others that I represent.
Nice.
And this is something that we've been on board with from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So let's keep going, people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you'll do your meditation for us now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sure. Why not?
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. I'll have Derek's contact information, and you can reach him then. And stay tuned for the meditation.
All right. Bye.